Now, here is a news commentary, written by Main Rahim and read by Muhammad Sharir Talukdar. When the interim government took power, the economy was on the brink of collapse. The government has restored the foreign exchange reserves within 100 days. Billions of dollars of international payment obligations have been met without touching the reserves. Exports have rebounded, shipments grew 7% in September and more than 20% in October. The banking sector is stable. The reform commissions will submit their reports by December-January. A consensus will be reached on the basis of these reports in consultation with all political parties. The government will then announce the date of the election. Along with the reforms, the election process has also started. A search committee has been formed to find a new and acceptable Chief Election Commissioner and election commissioners. After the formation of the Election Commission, it will start the work of preparing the voter list. Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus has received unprecedented support from almost all countries for the transitional government and its reform initiatives. He has been honored at the biggest global conferences of the year held in New York and Baku. The biggest challenge for the interim government was to meet expectations. Various groups took to the streets in protest. The government has so far dealt with the protest through negotiations. Very little force was used to quell the protests. There are still problems in some places, but it has not affected export activities. In such a context, Dr. Yunus addressed the nation yesterday. At the outset, he recalled the millions of martyrs of the Liberation War and all the martyrs who were killed in the uprising of the student mass workers against fascism in July-August. He also remembered those who saved the country from a violent dictatorship. The chief advisor stressed that not only the July-August killings, but all the misdeeds of the last 15 years will be brought to justice. Many people were killed and injured during this period. A commission has been set up to investigate the disappearances, which has received information on 1,600 disappearances as of October. Many people are afraid to report the disappearances to the commission, thinking that they may be attacked again by the accused persons. The head of the government reassured them that none could touch them again. The interim government has signed the International Convention Against Disappearances so that no one can be involved in such disappearances in the future. The United Nations has stepped up its cooperation in the investigation of the July-August killings. Dr. Yunus reiterated that the families of all the martyrs of the mass uprising will be rehabilitated. The government will bear the entire cost of the treatment of the injured. He also thanked the leaders of the country's political parties, the people as well, for showing immense patience during this time as they urged their workers to remain calm. He said the Hindu community in the country celebrated their festivals smoothly. The government chief said some essential commodities are being sold in different spots, including the capital, so that people can buy those products at low prices. Through TCB, 57 lakhs out of 1 crore low-income family cards have been converted into smart cards. Various authorities of the government are holding regular meetings with traders to ensure that the supply and prices of the daily essentials remain normal during the upcoming Ramadan. Along with the day-to-day running of the state, this government has to think about building a future Bangladesh. The most important task of the interim government is to hand over power to the elected government through holding a free and fair election. Advisors of the interim government are the regular contact with the political parties. In his address to the nation, Dr. Muhammad Yunus said the Election Commission will be able to start some more work, including updating the voter list, which is directly related to a free election. The government is also working to enable expatriate Bangladeshis to exercise their voting rights through postal ballots for the first time. Urging the countrymen to talk openly about the reforms for holding a fair election, Dr. Yunus said, "Please feel free to express your views on the election." Economist Yunus talks about creating an election system that will be followed for ages. This will save the country from a political crisis. For this, the chief advisor needs time. He also assured to provide a roadmap for the elections very soon once the decision on electoral reforms is made. The chief advisor also thanked the world leaders as almost all of them extended a helping hand during this critical time in Bangladesh. They spontaneously expressed their commitment to extend all-out cooperation to Bangladesh. He also held meetings with heads of government of several neighboring countries, including Nepal, Maldives and Pakistan, to revive SAARC activities. This is the end of the news commentary.